So we're going to do a few laps. When I say all I really want to do is see how you handle yourself in a higher group. I'm not going to be timing you. You know, I'm really just, when I say, want to make sure that your head's up, you notice the cars around you, you let any cars behind you pass. Okay, nothing to do with us, just want to make sure. So we'll do a few laps, and then when I say, I'll kind of point you in, and then we'll come back in the session.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yep, sounds
okay.
good. To be honest, as much as I love seat time, I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't be a full session, because
yeah, I'd rather
it's
have
the longest session of the day.
Yeah,
so it's like a 25-minute session and then another one.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
no,
the
session that I'm sorry, the 25-minute sessions aren't in the morning.
Yeah,
you know, it's better when it's kind of earlier in the day rather than later in the day. I'll make sure she knows that when I say you're going out there because of me. It's a checkout ride. We're going to do a checkout ride in Point By.
I still can't see it.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a checkout ride in Point By. Like he's solo, but we're going to do a checkout ride in Point By.
I'll let them know.
Okay.
You know, Andrew, when you tell me something like that, I'm okay with it.
Good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're on good terms. We're on good terms.
What's that?
I say we're on good terms. We're
Yes.
on good terms. Coming from me.
You betcha.
Yeah. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Now the difference here.
So when yeah, that means go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So the difference here is Point By is everywhere, right?
Yes, yes. And we stay on the right of the track as we enter the track.
Yep. Been practicing the whole time.
Very nice. That's right. Passing in turns, probably not over the crow's nest, but a nice steady state turn 2, in turn 3, passing anywhere with a Point By. There has to be a Point By.
arm back in sooner.
Say it one more time.
I feel like I should be taking my arm back in sooner.
That's okay. It's always better to sort of err on the side, you know, making it very clear. Hopefully the person's not going to cut it so close that they would hit your arm.
kind of a 1, 2, 3 go or a 1, 2 and go kind of question.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that was Aaron, congratulations. You know, you're I think you have good situational awareness. You know, you were very cognizant of the cars around you. You know, in Point By, there's a wide range of cars, And, you know, drivers are going to have, I'll say, between your experience and twice as much, almost 3 times as much seat time. So there's going to be a pretty big difference in, I don't know, I'll break it down to lap times, depending on the car and the driver. What matters most is a good cooperative effort and a heads-up attitude of the driver. The car's the car. You know, the car can't really do anything. Some cars are fast. You know, you're not in a super fast car that's going to lose out on the corners, but just gobble everything up on the straights. The combination of your car and your experience, you'll be one of the, you know, slower car driver combinations in the group. But what really matters is situational awareness. What really matters is not having cars behind you. In solo, there are designated passing zones. And for example, from turn 2 to turn 6, I'm going to say it's a third of the track. But there's no passing in solo, but in point by there is. I wouldn't have someone pass me like over the crow's nest.
Right.
But you know, in between turns 3 and approaching 5, coming out of 5, approaching 6, those are in the point by group with more experienced drivers. Those are perfectly fine, acceptable passing areas. So, like I say, the fact of the matter is you're going to be a lesser experienced driver in, you know, a relatively modest car, you know, although, you know, there could be some Miatas out there, but usually when they're Miatas, like the driver is pretty experienced.
Right.
So it's almost more likely the Miata is going to be in the open group. And they know that, like, oh, you know, we're definitely going to be, they could be the most experienced driver on the track. Actually, if they're the most experienced driver on the track, when I say, well, they're still going to be in a Miata, they're still going to be relatively slow. But to make a long story short, you're promoted to a point by, and yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure, you know, when it comes to traffic, I've got 2 jobs. You know, traffic behind me, my job is to get out of the way as quickly as possible so that you can get on with business, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then,
and let me say, you know, you're not to obstruct them. Let them pass you. You drive your line. You do exactly what you want. If they have to make don't try and outthink them, because they are wondering. You don't want them to try and second guess what you're about to have them do. You do what is completely right and natural. They're the better, faster driver. Let them pass you. You just tell them which direction, which side to pass you on, and let them do it. But don't think, oh, I'll try and, you know, give them the line ahead of time after, you know, just when I say the onus is on them. You give them the signal and let them do it. But then when I say let them have it, don't like challenge them. I mean, it's cooperative.
It's not a race.
It's not a race, and it's cooperative. But you know, the onus is on them once you've given them the passing signal. They know which side. Might take a little while. But when I say just be cooperative, you know, you drive your thing, you know, let them have it. You've given it to them. But don't say, okay, I'm going to exit this turn, you know, unnaturally because I want them to have the line. You might throw them off. Yeah. I mean, you can really give the passing signal anytime, so they can immediately react and judge based on knowing what side they're going to pass you on. But you don't have to compromise your driving to like, I don't know, illustratively, you're coming out of 15. Don't hold the, 14 and 15, give them the like pass on the left and then hug the inside of 15.
Yeah.
You can have them pass that way, but go ahead, they'll have the whole straight. Don't hold the left and and point to the left. But when I say don't compromise your own turn 15, there's a lot of opportunity. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then I figure if the time ever comes when I'm passing somebody, then my job is just to make that as easy and painless as possible.
Yeah,
so
as safe as
following
possible.
as close to safe as possible.
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of. People should be heads up in this group. They should have enough.
Yeah,
like
these
solo,
folks will. Yeah, solos
and
sometimes
solo,
are like
sometimes,
a mile back.
Yeah, they. They're just looking at. They're not really. There's a difference in driving experience by, a factor of 2, 3, 4. So which is the world.
Right.
The world.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what car they're in. So anyway, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll make a note so that they know your point by next time.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.